Friday, and we're up and out. It has rained on us last night hard. We had thunderstorms, and we were really slow getting out of the beds this morning because we didn't want to have to get up in the rain. But we finally got out of the campsite about, I guess it was right at 11 o'clock, and we're headed 9.3 to the Nantahala Outdoor Center, which is where we will be meeting Beth and Griffin and hopefully Joy. And we're looking for a good day. The weather, I think, is going to burn off and be very comfortable for hiking. It's going to be in the low to mid 40s today, but with our rain gear on, we're very comfortable in that weather. That's a good time to walk. So this is our first little view of the day, and I'm hoping that the cloud cover will continue to burn off because we do have a fire tower ahead of us. So hopefully we'll have a good view from there. Looking off the other direction, and this is what we got. So I'm hopeful that we'll get some cloud cover out of here today, and we will have some wonderful views. I'm also trying to decide if I don't think that's the fire tower up on top of that thing. I can't really tell. There's something weird looking up there, but I can't tell.
There is a tower up there.
Yeah, okay, so that may be where we're headed then.
Yeah.
Okie doke. Well, on up the trail. End on this thing, trying to block it, but this is, we've reached Tellico Gap. We've got power lines, and we're going to be going up the mountain here just in a bit. But we've at least got a view in both directions this time, so that's kind of cool. Not the best views we'll have, but we're going to take these.
Woo!
Finally to the top of Westerbald. This is our view, not on the tower. This is just here on the rocks. Very pretty out that way. The clouds have cooperated a bit with us today, so we're going to take a little bit longer of a stroll and make it up to the top of the tower and see what we see up from there. It's the tower on top of Westerbald, and well, we've got some really pretty views here. I'll have to get out Peak Finder a few minutes and see if any of these things are things that we have or will be climbing over, because I think that they will be. I don't know whether we just came down that little ridge there or not. It's possible. I know we've been climbing for a ways. That was the toughest climb I've had yet. But, ooh, there's my fingers in the thing. So, yeah, so anyway, this is what we got. We'll go over Gavin's head here.
It's 6 miles down.
That's amazing.
Supposedly the last 4 are like awful.
Like steep or
Yeah, so past shelter, they were like the last 4 miles are treacherous.
Oh, wow. So we're
it's literally just, yeah.
talking about the trail down from here into the NOC. It sounds like it's going to be quite a challenge. Yeehaw.
So is NOC that way? Like, is it down in that valley?
It's somewhere over there, yeah.
Yeah. Boy, this is beautiful up here, though.
I don't know where, but yeah.
Off of Westerbald, and we are beginning our 6-mile descent into the Nantahala Outdoor Center, or everybody out here just calls it the NOC. So that's kind of what we got going on. Gavin's going to walk on down the road. Travis is getting water. I'm getting some air, and we're all good. We're going to be heading on down and looking forward to being indoors tonight. But boy, these views, I'm glad the weather has cooperated a little bit. That's a really pretty craggy view up there. I don't know that we've been there, but it's pretty from here. So we're going to ring off and head on down the hill. This is, I think we were at the top of our final climb today, and boy, are we absolutely on the ridge. Still catching my breath. You can sort of see out there where Gavin is. That's about all there is on this little knife edge here as we go across this ridge. And we are about to start our 4.5 mile descent to the Nantahala Outdoor Center. So that should prove to be interesting at the very best. It's going to be very steep.
You know what? I think I see the trail down there.
Yeah, we can just jump here and get on the trail, cut off a few switchbacks. Wow, it is absolutely gorgeous up here. This is some of the best views that we've had yet. Truly amazing. Just looking to see behind us if I can see the tower, but I don't see it anywhere. I sort of felt like it might ought to have been on top of that, but maybe not. So anyway, we're gonna head on down the hill and see what the rest of the day brings. Actually gonna hold the camera here and walk kind of slowly because this is really interesting. This is the first time we have been on the very peak like this. I mean, you can see right there, it drops off, and right there, it drops off. This is just really awesome. This is the, as I said, it's the first time we've been on something quite like this. So I'll try try to film it a little bit. And we're getting ready to turn downhill, so that's the end of the filming. I'll put this thing up and get my trekking poles out so that I don't break my neck going down. I'm back. We are nearing the end of our hiking day. We are on the bottom end of a 4-mile descent into the NOC Outdoor Center. I think we have about a mile left to go. And boy, it has been tough on the knees. Going down usually doesn't bother me, but boy, it really has today. I didn't sleep well on my leg. And I am kind of fortunate that I get a chance to rest it for a couple of days. Get some, maybe some heat or some cold or some whatever on it to help whatever the inflammation is to go down. And definitely get some ibuprofen going and sleeping in a real bed where I can stretch out. One of the issues that I think I've been dealing with is having to be constricted in my mummy bag. And I bought it just before we came because it was a little bit lighter than the one that I had. But I did ask Beth to bring my other one because it's a little bit fuller of a cut. I can spread out and wiggle a bit more in it. And I'm hoping that that's going to make some difference in the way that I've slept and my knee pains. So we are nearing the end of our day. We've had some really good weather today. It started off really horrible. It's thunderstormed overnight tonight, or last night rather. We stayed dry in our tents. The floors were a little bit damp just because the water's seeping in underneath. But all my gear was dry. I slept okay, I guess, except for the knee. The rain had more or less stopped by the time it was time for me to get up, which means that we slept too late because we didn't get started till, I don't know, 11 or 12. I don't remember what time we started. But anyway, oops, sorry about that. There's a root. I'm trying to figure out why my phone keeps cutting in and out with the audio when I do videos like this. And I'm trying to keep my hands off of the mic parts where I think the mic parts are. Oof, I'm going to be looking that up tonight just to see. But I'm going to wrap up for a few minutes and we'll take some pictures and some video when we get down to the NOC. All right, this is a spring that a little stream that we walked on heading out today. This is just a really cool little mesmerizing feature. I wish that we had something like this at home. I'm sure we have it in the mountains, but the way that these rocks are cut and stried, and you can sort of see down here, well, you can't see my poles, down through here like that. And the water's just catching and running every direction. It's really, really absolutely beautiful. This is a really big treat for us to see here near the end of our day. Better angle than the one that I had before for this little stream, but it is absolutely gorgeous. And I just love the way that the rocks are cut the way they are. Some of the water's running out that way, and some of it's running over, and it's running down. And then it just keeps on going down into the valley, into the river that we've been waiting most all of the day to see. We're coming into the NOC Outdoor Center. So we're almost there. Can't really see much of stuff yet. Depends on where I point the camera too. But that is our destination and we are headed to it. We'll see the river and the bridge over here shortly. All right, I think we have arrived at the NOC. We are finally to a road crossing. We're looking for a blaze. Probably down to the right would be my guess, son. That would be my best bet. Is to go down to the right, and we will find Travis somewhere down here and hang around and wait on Beth to show. She should be here in a little while. So we'll see what happens. All right, we have made it to the NOC, and we are going to be chilling for a little while till Beth gets down here, and we're having a big time watching these guys kayak. I bet that water is so cold. But we had about 9.5 today, 9.3 somewhere along in there. And this is our reward at the end of the day. I'll show you back to Gavin. We got some Adirondack chairs by the water's edge, and we are having a big time. So This is the bridge. This is actually part of the AP. Goes across, and then I think we go up out of here. This is just like we came down to get in here. But this is what we're looking at. It is absolutely gorgeous. Here we are at the NOC, and wow, I'm glad that's them in the water and not me. That looks cold. That looks really, really cold. These guys are out here having a blast with their kayak. They're probably not called kayaks because they're so small. Wow, that's pretty cool. I still think that water would be pretty doggone cold. And our sitting spot that we had is right there past the number 7 up there on that wall. You can probably see Travis's blue jacket up there. Gavin's out looking at dogs. So the folks that are down here with their dogs today, there's a couple of Dalmatians rambling around. Taking a day off of hiking today in Bryson City. All sorts of things to look at. There's a big fish and a Jeep. And we just went into the Outfitters right here, Bryson City Outfitters. Hey, bud. There's Gavin.
Hi.
Looking for some things. And, oops, sorry, you're kind of going, no. Just kind of heading down the street. There's Travis. Oop, there's Beth. Hey, Mom.
Hello. Hi.
We're going to take the day off and rest and relax and eat some good foods. It's for Saturday. We drove out to where we're going to be in a few days, out to Fontana Dam. I think we're maybe 3 or 3.5 days out from here, and we're actually on the Appalachian Trail right now. And as soon as we cross over, we'll be heading up to the Smoky Mountains. There's water coming out of the turbines. It's really putting out a whole bunch of water. That's really cool. All right, we're going to cross the road and go to the other side and see what's over there. I don't know that there's a whole lot to see over here. We'll look and see. Alrighty, nothing but a pond here. So I'm gonna back off so I don't drop my phone. But anyway, this is what we're looking at. Really cool. We'll go up and check out the turbines in just a minute.
Fontana